All right, everybody, welcome back to BC Off-Road. Brevin's not here, he's in Hawaii, but I thought I'd get you with a little bit of a Bronco 2 update. So I got mine pulled in the garage just this last weekend. It's been about 2 weeks since we picked it up, and we didn't have time to work on it, but now we do. So, a little update. When we first picked up the Bronco, there's no battery in it, so we couldn't really start it. But when we got back, we tried starting it. I used the battery from my truck to try to start it, and it just grinded super bad. So we figured, oh man, maybe the wrong starter was put in. Went up to O'Reilly's today, nothing, dude. It's perfect. Starter runs good. So as I was taking a peek, the bolts are down there, but I found these different ones. So this is an extra that was just sitting up here, and so I tried using that. Turns out the bolts, I believe, are too long, and so it's keeping the starter from connecting all the way. So I went, picked up an extra bolt, picked up a battery. Hopefully get this little girl started right now. After plenty of irritation and a couple hours spent under this Bronco on the floor, that wasn't the problem. As I took a look, turns out the guy that put the starter in previously stripped the living garbage out of the housing for the bolts. So that really sucks. But we've got a couple ideas. We're going to try and tap it. We might end up just drilling through and putting a bolt and a nut on there and hoping that works. So no starting for the Bronco tonight. But in time. Trust. We'll get her going. So I'll be back at it tomorrow, trying to see what I can do. I might have to drop the transmission. We're not for sure, but we'll find out, and we will get it started. All right, it's time for a little update on the old Bronco 2. It's turning into quite the project here. So last night didn't get too much done on it, but we did go get a floor jack finally, instead of using this piece. Well, it's actually pretty nice, but we got it a little bit higher off the ground, put the jacks on the suspension this time so the wheels aren't sagging so bad. And then we also went and picked up this transmission jack from a friend. So I'm currently working on trying to pull it. I gotta find some videos because I have no idea what I'm doing, but hopefully by tonight. Well, after a serious amount of tribulation, we're gonna call it that. Holy crap, we got it out. I had my dad come and help me. That was clutch, because I would not have gotten that out by myself. There's 6 bolts to this transmission to keep it on the motor, and it was missing 2 of them. And the whole reason we took this whole transmission out is to re-drill through some holes so my starter motor will go back in and actually start the motor. And that was a lot of work just for 2 things. We realized as we go through, I'll show you, I'll turn the camera around, but there's a part where the firewall keeps it from coming out. Then there's a part of the frame that keeps it from coming out, and it is just a joke. So we ended up cutting the exhaust, wiggled the snot out of it till it finally came out, bruised my dad's head with the jack, but it's out. It is out. We'll take a peek here. So we got it out here. Holy crap. So we're missing those 2 bolts there, so that's pretty cool. And that right there, oh, that's terrible. That bottom one there, and then that one is the ones that we need to re-drill through because they just stripped out. This is aluminum, we think, because it just stripped them out. So that's pretty annoying, but that's okay. It was quite a beast. We had to take off a couple things, use this fancy transmission jack, had to take it off the jack to get it out from underneath the truck. So that was a joke in and of itself. Then I'll crawl under here, I'll show you guys what it looked like getting it out. It was wild. All right, so right up there, the firewall is what kept us from getting it out, so we had to sit there. And the exhaust came right across through here. Now it's laying down right there. But it was just the whole crazy thing. Looks like this is fairly new. The clutch, the pressure plate there. But we cut the exhaust, ended up just wiggling our way out. Had to lower the motor a little bit and then got it out. It was quite the ordeal. Now it's time to go take a nap, or not a nap, what? It's like freaking 10:30, 11 o'clock. I want to go to bed. Obviously, I need to. But yeah, kind of a crazy ordeal just to pull a transmission, just to drill through 2 holes. So as we pulled it out, that whole fiasco, we talked about we might take off the fenders, or at least undo them, lift the body to where we can actually get a transmission back in there. And then I was doing some research today. Turns out in Utah, if it's in a 1989 or older vehicle, you can put whatever motor you want in there as long as it passes a tailpipe emissions test. So that being said, there's been a couple ideas floating around. Brevin and I talked about doing a 4.0. It's a little bit newer V6, bigger V6 from Ford. And then I was looking into it, and there might be potential to fit the 4.9 liter inline 6 from Ford's F-150s. All right, a new day means a new addition to the project. I don't know, but we got ourselves a little interesting happenings today. We on my way home from work, I stopped at 2 magical stores, Harbor Freight and Home Depot, and I'm gonna show the haul today, you know, because some things I needed, some things I wanted, and I got 2 free buckets, so that's pretty sick. We'll show you. All right, after working last night with my dad, I was like, okay, it's time. We need a proper floor jack here. We've been using my grandpa's, and things just kind of dog water. It doesn't jack all the way. So stopped at the old Harbor Freight today, picked up one of them Johns, and then I did some walking, you know, like the normal person does. So I'll show you what else I picked up. Well, those are the 2 free buckets I got, but as I was doing some walking, I found these for like $2. It's like, dang, that's pretty nice. You know, I got to do some detail work here soon with a new motor and stuff like that. I thought, well, maybe I'll pick up some of those, you know, because last ones I got, I wrecked on the F-150. And so then I left, made myself a nice over $30 purchase and got a free bucket. And I did some thinking, and I found myself, I don't even know how it happened, but I found myself walking to the old Home Depot. And that right there is where the real danger happens. Home Depot is a danger. Harbor Freight's a dangerous place, but at least Harbor Freight don't hurt your pocket as bad, hurt your wallet. I got another Milwaukee tool. They came out with this stubby impact gun just recently, and I was like, dang, it's kind of nice. So I'm gonna leave a nice review on it. I know they didn't sponsor me, but hey, I still paid them money, so we'll run with it. But so far, things is freaking wicked. Dang, it even blew my hair. But they did this new thing where you put it in neutral and click the trigger twice, and it changes the speed. So that's kind of nice, kind of a cool little feature there. But then I fell into the next trap because I was like, oh crap, I don't have impact sockets. So I made my way back to Harbor Freight, and that's where I got these. Picked myself up some nice, maybe not so nice, but some Pittsburgh impact sockets and extensions. So yes, I know it's Pittsburgh and it's not the greatest stuff in the world, but hey, see that right there? Lifetime warranty, baby. And it was over $30 again, so I got a second free bucket, so that's pretty lit. The Adventures, they went dummy today. It was pretty sick. Can't complain. So back to what you guys actually care about. With the Bronco today, it's kind of at least it doesn't have to be a surprise. I'm going to try and pull the body off today. We did some thinking last night, and it is a royal pain in the butt to get that transmission. That's the advice from Cooper today. Don't pull a transmission out of a Bronco 2. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it. Go do something else with your time, because it was crazy. You can do it. We did it. If I can do it, you can do it. But it's insane. So we're gonna try. I'm gonna unbolt the body. We're actually gonna try and take the body off hopefully by tomorrow, maybe tonight. And then that way we have full access to the frame, to the motor, and then we can see what we can do. And after I did some thinking, I'm trying to get this thing up and running pretty quick. So I thought about doing inline 6, but I'm going to change my mind there, or I did change my mind. The Ford Explorers came with the 4.0 V6, like what I was talking about last night. That's what Brevin's planning on doing. So I'm going to do that just because it's a pretty simple swap. Lots of people have done it. It's pretty plug and play. And then you swap the dash and it's really plug and play. So that's the plan now. I got to go find myself a Ford Explorer and then go from there. But then I have full access to everything. I can go through and sandblast the frame and do everything I want to where it's actually in good condition. So I'm not driving a overly crappy piece of junk. It's just a old, nice piece of junk. So kind of fun. It'll be an adventure today. But I'm going to take you along for the ride. If you want to stay, you can stay. If you don't, then join us next time, I guess. Quick update. We got one cab bolt, or I don't even know what we want to call it. We're going to call it that, off. They're kind of a little bit, they're pretty rusted out. One of them came off all right. The other one, not so much. She's not a bolt anymore, so that's kind of tough. But it's off, so I'm okay with it. I don't really care. The old Milwaukee dude. This video needs to be sponsored by Milwaukee. Hit me up, bro. But we call this Bertha, and she did her job. She did her job. That didn't, though. Can't win them all. It has been a minute, but we got some good stuff going. It's a little Christmas Day update, you know. What better thing to do than work on a Bronco on Christmas? But got ourselves a new creeper, so that's pretty sick. Also, I'm nice and dirty today. Cut my finger, so I put a Band-Aid on. Kind of a wild little difference there. But right now, I'm gonna flip this camera around, but I'll show you what I've cooked up the last. It's been like probably almost a week since I filmed last, so here we go. First thing noticeable, I've got the air intake off. I needed all those vacuum. Well, I didn't. Brevin needed all those hoses. His Bronco has no hoses, and so I pulled off that, and then I pulled off the fuel rail today. So there's that. That was a freaking beast. That's where I cut my finger, trying to get a dang clip off. Then I got the wiring harness all off right here. I'm trying to get it ready so that way we can pull this motor out. So kind of move along here. Got some new batteries for the tools today too, so that was pretty sick. And some new headlights. You saw that, or headlamps, I guess I should say. But she's almost there. There's a couple more wires. I haven't done much on this side here, but the wiring harness is off. There's a couple more down this side. Then we got these nice hooks. I didn't see these before, but those will help trying to pull those out. So let's go. We're getting somewhere. Transmission, as you know, is already pulled. So this will probably be one of the last couple updates for this video. Don't want to make it too long, and trying to get this thing out for you guys this weekend. So that way we got at least a video a week, somewhere around there.
Don't worry, boys. We've got one bolt that'll come out without breaking.
All right.
Hoorah!
We're back. We got the mad scientist and
Me.
him. He is him.
Yep.
We're pulling a motor today, so that's pretty cool. Picked up this cherry picker. Brevin's finally in the video.
Oh yeah, I'm actually
So that's
here.
pretty sick.
Told you, one bolt without breaking it.
Let's go, dude. Look at you go.
Now we can find new ones that aren't.
So yeah, we're pulling this today. So that's gonna be fun. This will be like the last update for this video, and then hopefully the next video is gonna be Brevin's, and it's gonna be running, right?
Hey, if we get this done quick enough, we take all these parts over, get it running today.
Oh shoot!
We got all day to work on crap.
Let's freaking go!
Hoorah!
Bam! Oh, didn't stop filming. That's awkward.
Bloop.
We're almost there. I'm gonna pull this radiator out real quick. Got fluids all over the floor. So that's kind of a tough one. Should probably clean that up. We're almost there. Well, we're back.
We're back. And Coop has pulled his first engine out successfully.
Let's go. It was both of us though.
You did almost all the work. I undid like 4 bolts and broke 2.
Hooray!
Hooray!
But look at that. Empty.
Empty.
Let's freaking go. All right. Well, we kind of forgot to film one of these again. You know us.
Happens a lot.
Every time. But I guess we'll film one of these, what do you call these, outro things.
Yes, sir.
Do a little check-in. We got the motor out, transmission's out. Took some parts over to his, so the next video you're going to see is hopefully his running. Let's freaking go.
We're hoping. We're going to just use all those parts off of this one. Try to get mine running as is for the time being. Oh, you also had Officer came, so we're going to be getting a title here soon.
Let's freaking go, dude.
So, and I got my title. So the kid finally got it from the DMV. So
yeah,
we're sitting solid.
Super sick. So then coming up, we're going to go get a Explorer for mine. Going to get his running. Start flipping things over from the Explorer into mine. Put the motor on the engine stand. And then keep on moving. So.
And eventually mine might get an Explorer motor as well.
Yes, it will. Yes, it
eventually,
will.
yes.
Yes, it will. So if you really want to see that, you guys should send this to your friends so that way we can get more views, you know.
All like 9 of you.
Hooray. No, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.